Calm and relaxed at our office in Mulago, Dr. Margaret Mungherera, one of the founder members of the Association of Uganda Women Medical Doctors in the late 1980s. She is currently the head of the World Medical Association, a position that she took over in 2012, a year after she was first approached to take it up.
I've been telling my colleagues that this is ours as Uganda, but I'm telling my African colleagues that this is really our time and we must make use of it. We want to advocate for more resources to the health sector. In many of our countries it's not happening. Financial funding is still a problem, and we can actually advocate for this to improve through the World Medical Association.
She left Butaleja Primary School education for Gayaza before joining Magret University to study medicine. She holds the responsibility of the clinical head, Directorate of Medical Services, Departments of Internal Medicine and Psychiatry. She is also visiting psychiatrist for Uganda Prisons Medical Services and was appointed by President Yoweri Museveni as a member of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into the Global Fund for HIV and AIDS, TB and malaria.
By the way, if you don't have the calling, medicine is not the right place for you. If you don't have that calling, you don't feel that this is your vocation, where you should be, then I think it's frustrating if you join medicine when you don't have the calling.
She deservedly takes pride in her profession accomplishment.
Being president of the World Medical Association probably is icing on the cake. I think I've reached the highest I can be in my profession. And, you know, I'm in charge of, I'm doing a bit of administration work here in Mulago, so I'm what they call a clinical head, in charge of 3 departments here.
The doctor is married to Richard Mushanga, a retired banker, and has an adult stepson and 4 granddaughters.
Well, you know what, I was not fortunate to have children, but my husband has had children and we have grandchildren. But I have so many other things that are my children. And all my relatives are my children. All the people, my relatives in Bunyole are my children in Butaleja, so I really...
This is one of her biggest regrets, and it was not the only difficulty that she has to overcome.
But there are sad moments as well when I see patients, my patients when they are not doing very well, when I see my colleagues, when I see what is happening, especially for our health workers. Many of them are working in very difficult circumstances. It makes me sad.
To succeed and to overcome obstacles requires dedication and perhaps a role model. For Magret, her inspiration came largely from the medical field.
Professor Rain, you know, the Professor Dabelas, those are the people, some of them are here with us and we still admire them. Those are our mentors. We look at the women doctors and we look at people like Professor Florence Mirembe.
Her happiest moments are her wedding day and the day when she was installed as the president of the Uganda Medical Workers Association.
I got married. I think that was quite exciting. That was a very exciting time. My husband, Mr. Richard Mushanga, is a retired. That time he was working in the Bank of Uganda. And that was an exciting moment when I got married. I sang at my wedding, and so that was an exciting moment.
She is saddened by the attitude of some of the workers in her profession that have given health services a bad name.
But I think what we need to focus on is our patients, and know that wherever you are, as long as you are serving your patients, you are doing well, and that you are doing your vocation. But I think many of them don't lack the mentors, and I think for us we have a role to play as mentors. I tell you.
In her free time, she spares some time for the Rotary work. Her dream is to see a medical world that inspires the youth to join it. Maurice Ochol, NTV.